All right, so this Amino post has been going around lately. I guess since after the latest bomb, a lot of people are like, "Oh, maybe this was real." I don't know, but this marks back to September, and guys, it's fake. If you want to call it that, but it was definitely someone just I feel like trying to get attention, or they got it from someone trying to get attention. But no, this is definitely not legit. So I'll read it. The user is Menric Universe. Spoilers: leaked info for season 4 on reliable. This was posted September 24th, and so I guess this was posted months ago. That's also why people maybe think it could be legit, but I'll go on why it's not. So this surprises me. I honestly expected this to be more well known, but apparently not. So here I go. These are some leaked info for season 4 and possibly onwards. And yes, before I continue, I'll remove the elephant in the room. This was released by the same guy, Lash Girl, who leaked Barmaid, Jasper's Corruption, Smoky Quartz, and the numerous marathon titles that air throughout Summers of Steven. And some of these events have been confirmed by voice actors and Rebecca. So the sources are ... reliable. All right, so here's the first flaw of that. They said released by the same guy who leaked Barmaids, Jasper's Corruption, Smoky Quartz, and numerous marathon titles. These are all different people. Barmaids was, I think maybe that was mishaps, but I know Barmaids was recorded by actually multiple people who saw that it was airing in France early, and I know multiple people recorded that. So that wasn't leaked, it just aired early in a different state. Barmaids hit the diamond. Now, Jasper's Corruption, Smoky Quartz, and numerous marathon titles, yes, these were leaked because they were uploaded on Cartoon Network's website early in the summer. And Miss Epps, who's, he is a notorious leaker in the Steven's community, he released it to the public, and I made a video on that. Now, some of these events have been confirmed by voice actress and Rebecca, so their sources are reliable. Now, here's the thing. Everything on this list was stuff I probably reported on, like the first thing about Blue Pearl and Yellow Pearl in season 4. I made a video on that this same month that this post got posted. And the article and convention stuff, like everything that is used in this post was pretty much, it was either somewhat well known or overlooked, and I made a video on it, and then it got much more traction, much more views, and that news spread. So I'll go through it. Blue Pearl and Yellow Pearl will appear in season 4 with speaking in larger roles, confirmed by Dee Dee Maglehall, voice actress for Pearl on Twitter. Yeah, she didn't confirm this on Twitter. She confirmed that Blue Pearl and Yellow Pearl will return because she said she did backing vocals for a Yellow Diamond song. And then she said at a different convention that she does a different voice for Blue Pearl, which indicated she already recorded lines for it. Jasper will get a redemption arc, heavily hidden by voice actress for Pearl and Kimberly Brooks, VA for Jasper, and several on art by Rebecca. Now, this refers to the same Comic-Con poster with Jasper's flower, the flower on Jasper's tuxedo. But again, that doesn't really confirm her redemption. Kimberly Brooks, the only thing she said come to Jasper said she thought she has a quote-unquote heart of gold or something like that. And that was like, I want to say over a year ago. But when she was asked if she would actually return to the show, she said only Rebecca really knows the answer to that, winky face. As for Pearl, I don't recall Dee Dee Maglehall saying anything about a Jasper redemption arc. Now, all the diamonds that White Diamond will appear and speak this season. This is BS. You can just make, that's like a safe guess to make because White Diamond, as it's pretty obvious as being established, is the head honcho, the end all to be all. Now, we did get Blue Diamond in season 4, and that was kind of expected, but it was also kind of out of nowhere. But there's nothing to back this part up. And we probably, it's really a coin toss if we're going to see any other diamond this season. But this is just straight out BS. Corruption will be healed by Steven entering the minds of corruptions and mending a physical repetition of their corruption. A literal tear in their mind. Gonna need some duct tape. Yeah, again, this is just a lucky guess because a lot of people theorize that Steven's going to use his dream powers to heal corruption because that just makes the most logical sense. But again, this isn't confirmed. But if it happens in the show, it's going to be like, well, a lot of people predicted that. It wasn't exactly the biggest mystery in the world to predict. Jasper would be the first to be uncorrupted. Again, this is just a lucky guess because it would make sense in the story. Centipedal, she's with her crew, so she's kind of at peace right now. Jasper isn't. So it would make sense that she would be the first to be uncorrupted. And plus the story may call for her if should we ever need to learn more about Pink Diamond again. Centipedal's uncorrupted gem is a Nephrite. Bismuth said that they were pilots of a vessel, and Centipedal was the captain of a ship. Again, this is just a lucky guess because Bismuth did say in the episode she was referring She was recalling to some kind of adventure with Pearl and Garnet. And she said, Pearl, do you remember when we pulled a Nephrite out of the cockpit or something like that? Or I'll never forget her face when we pulled her out of the cockpit. And a Nephrite in real life looks like the same kind of gem Centipede is. And of course, in Monster Reunion, we learned that Centipede was the pilot of a ship. So that's just making a connection that a lot of people, again, noticed. That's just a lucky guess. The rubies will return. Again, this is like a no shit, lucky guess kind of thing. A safe bet. Like, yeah, of course the rubies will return. They're out in space. They're going to play a role in the story. Nephrites and her group of Nephrites will have a rivalry with the rubies. This is just a random prediction or a lucky guess. There's nothing to actually indicate that. And let's actually look on the Nephrites on Earth. There's only 3 of them that we saw in Monster Reunion. There were like 5 rubies. So that's kind of an outnumbered rivalry. And I just don't really see how that makes sense from a story perspective. Again, what they did here is sprinkle stuff that we knew was coming from interviews, cons, etc., and sprinkle it in with their own fanfiction. Yellow Diamond will get a song. Again, this was confirmed back at San Diego Comic-Con through an interview, which I reported on the same month, the very same month, this Amino post was made. There will be much more crystal gems. Again, we can kind of assume this. A lot of people want a Jasper redemption arc. Lapis isn't officially a crystal gem yet. And this is just such a vague thing to say there will be more crystal gems. Like, yeah, okay. And I like how this is season 4 and onwards. Like, oh, this is probably how it's season 4, but we haven't be onwards. No shit, there's gonna be more crystal gems for the end of the series. Greg is gonna play a role in Jasper's Redemption, confirmed by Kimberly Books somewhere on Twitter. Yes, somewhere on Twitter, doesn't even source it. Again, I feel like this person who made this didn't expect people to go out and actually look for the tweets and stuff, but Kimberly Books never said this. Never. And these voice actors are under NDA. Andy's voice actor, I literally asked him on Twitter if he could return, and he said, contracts, man, I can't really say. Like, there was no way in hell Kimberly Books would say, oh yeah, Jasper is going to get a redemption arc. And Greg will be a part of it. That violates your contract. Come on now. Greg will be helping Steven cope with his current mommy issues, confirmed by Rebecca Sugar in the latest interview. Now, there was an interview around this time that Mindful Education aired. Rebecca Sugar's talking about season 4 and how Steven feels about Rose. And Rebecca did say that Greg would, help Steven throughout that time. But yeah, Greg's not a piece of shit. He's a sensible human being. Of course he's going to help his son out through a tough time. And finally, much like last season's Smoky Quartz, we will get a fusion this season between Pearl and Steve. And again, this is just a lucky guess because who else is going to fuse at this point? We have, really the only thing we have left are some Lapis fusions, Peridot fusions, and Steven fusions with other gems. But that's just a lucky guess because at some point, Matt Burnett said, he replied to a fan response, if Pearl and Steven would fuse, would it make Rainbow Quartz? And he said, yes, it would make Rainbow Quartz, but it would look different. So that people are just taking that as, oh yeah, Rainbow Quartz will appear again. So that's the list. What are your thoughts? Leave and like and comment if you will. Please don't ask for links or I will caramelize your insights. See, don't ask for any sources or else I won't respond or I'm going to do this or that. Come on now. This is just so obviously fake. And I've just been kind of appalled about how many people have been sending this. And I saw a thread in the SU Leaks and Reddit saying more info about season 4. Oh yeah, this was September, and they ended up being right about the newest bomb. So it could be right. No, this was just all stuff we knew for months and months before this post was even made, sprinkled in with lucky guesses and fan fiction. Like, I thought leaked images were one thing that people would be able to, differentiate between real and fake. Even I still fall from image leaks sometimes, but text leaks, they don't even have any sources. Like, if they can't even provide any quote-unquote leaked images from the show, you definitely shouldn't even believe it then. So yeah, please, 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 just be smart, guys. I wasn't going to make a video on this. It was a very spur of the moment thing, but just when I saw that Reddit thread and people being like, oh, no one in that thread doubted the validity of it. Guys, it's obviously not real. I've seen this in my comments. I've seen people tweet this to me. I've seen this in my Discord chat. Just stop. You guys are so much smarter than this. If a random person on Amino is going to make a post saying spoilers, chances are they don't know anything. Now, I know people who work at Cartoon Network. I can verify if something is real or fake, and there's 2% chance they may actually know. Don't really know where I was going with that part. I just wanted to sound cool. But the fact they said the same guy slash girl who leaked all this stuff is the person who told me this. Miss Steps didn't say shit. The fact they didn't even know the person was the first red flag that this was fake as fuck. And if anyone's concerned about the amount of profanity and language I have in my videos, if you're wondering, am I ever gonna, not swear or anything? No.